So I feel like it's pretty common knowledge that no one likes mosquitoes. No one's like, mosquitoes are my best friend, you know. um, I feel like that's a pretty easy claim to make. That I guess I won't say no one, but the majority of people do not like mosquitoes. And I feel like that's a fair opinion to have because mosquitoes basically just kind of bite us, suck out some blood, and then there's some of them can get you sick, you know, depending on the mosquito or where you are. And they like leave a big bump. It makes you itchy. You know, it's not a fun experience. You know, it doesn't. If you don't get sick from it, it doesn't kill you, but it's at the very least annoying. At the very worst, deadly. um, so not many people are fans of mosquitoes, but in the past couple talks that I've done, I was kind of more on like the optimistic side of life, I guess, and this is going to be more on the pessimistic side, and it kind of ties into what I was saying about us not, and like I've talked about being like the whole animals treatment and how we justify that. If you remember that talk, if you watch that one where I was talking about how it's kind of um, hypocritical to think that like we're the top of the food chain or whatever. But what I'm trying to get at here is that basically, what if like we're mosquitoes? You know, like figuratively, not like legitimate mosquitoes, but like what if we're like mosquitoes in the fact that you know we're the bad guys, as in like mosquitoes are usually the bad guys because no one wants to get bit by mosquitoes. They're just annoying, like I said. So like they're just seen as kind of like a bad thing, you know. What if we're a bad thing, but we don't know that we're a bad thing? Because if you think of it from a mosquito's perspective, a mosquito is just living. It's just doing what what its ancestors have done. You know, it's just living as a mosquito lives. It's just living the only way it knows how to survive. And you can't blame a mosquito. You can't be like, you damn mosquito, you know, you should know better. Like it, they don't, you know, because to them, food is food and survival is survival. So, um, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, what if that's us? What if we are mosquitoes, you know, and we're actually the bad guys, and we don't realize it that we're like basically just a pest. Um, and I don't think that that's really a revolutionary thing because especially with like our planet and stuff, um, like people say that like we're a disease on the planet, and I feel like our actions are making us so, but humans themselves are not. Um, you know, I feel like humans are kind of mosquitoes in a way, and like you know, like we'll like we like kind of suck uh instead of like nutrients, we like suck resources from the earth, and then we leave it kind of irritated in the areas where we take it from. You know, like a quarry, we like gouge out and take it away, and then there's just like this disturbed rubble in our wake, from where we took all those resources. And it's just kind of things like that. You know, we need to chop down trees, and then it's just this barren wasteland where the trees have been removed. Things like that, where you know the earth ends up depleted and like irritated in the areas where we've been and taken resources from, rather than you know blood or whatever. And so we kind of have like that whatever, but I would say like the whole plague part kind of comes from mosquitoes don't not every mosquito bite is deadly. Um, you know, it may leave a welt, it may be itchy, but it goes away relatively quick. But some mosquitoes are carrying a deadly disease, and I think that as a mosquito civilization, we need to just better ourselves, be a little more clean. Don't pass along the germs or whatever. Don't pass along the disease to where we like leave off, or where we like take away from. If you're catching my drift here, my allegory or whatever. I don't think that necessarily all humans are a disease or a plague to Earth. I think that there's a select species or select locations where it's worse, where our effects are worse, and the symptoms can be a lot more than just a little itch on your arm or whatever. But that's not really what I was going for. That's just kind of bringing more to the. I guess that kind of helped tie in a little bit more. I didn't really think about that part until just now. It kind of tied in pretty well with what I was saying with the whole like humans are a plague thing, but not really. Kind of tied in with the mosquitoes pretty well, so I went with it. But what I was really trying to say was like, we can be the bad guys, and not know it. And it's not our fault, really, because we're just trying to survive. But, we could be the bad guys, I guess, was basically the farthest I was really intending to go with that. I kind of went a little more in depth. It's a very gray area. I feel like there's a lot of gray areas in life where it's not all one thing, It's kind of a mix of both. We're not the scourge of the earth. We don't need to be that. But we're also not the saviors of the planet, There's a balance. We're somewhere in between, I would say. And I feel like that's reasonable. I don't think that anyone can be all good, really all bad. I really don't feel like anyone can be all bad or all good. There's always some kind of duality there, So that's really what I was trying to go for. Yeah. Peace out.